Hello everyone and welcome back to Crafting with Janine. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you how I figured out how to do these super cute 6-loop boutique style bows. And for those of you who have been looking for this, I hope this is super helpful to you. And these are just tricks that I have found that simplify it. So if you have other ways, go let me know, but this is how I found to simplify it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First off, I'm gonna let you know I do prefer working with the satin ribbon for these. I think they make best, and the single face satin ribbon is definitely good. If you're gonna do grosgrain ribbon, I suggest a softer ribbon. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference here, but I'm gonna try to show you the difference here. This one is not as soft as this one is. They're softer. I'm not sure if I know how to describe this, but I have worked with both kinds, and I know that some have a stiffer texture to them, and they're not as smooth. They're more like duller. This one has kind of like a shine, and it's softer, more pliable. I prefer the softer ones for these, for sure. Like, I did this one here using the 7/8 inch ribbon. I haven't stiffened it yet, so my loops keep moving, but it's super cute with 7/8 inch. And it's roughly about 2.5 inches wide for this one. And then the 1.5 one's about 4 inches wide. And it's somewhat stacked and poof. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the 1.5 one using the satin single-faced ribbon. So for this one, I'm going back to my little helper here. And those of you who have seen more than one of my videos, you know I talk about it a lot, and I do use it a lot. It helps me out in so many ways that I can't really even explain. But I really do like my little needle here, and I'm threading my other needle because I forgot to do so, using my upholstery thread, which is the best to make bows with. I really won't, I don't know if there's any stronger other ones. I'm sure there are, but I really do like this stuff to make bows with because it's sturdy. You can tug on it and everything, and it's not going to snap on you like a regular thread will, or even a floss. So for this style bow, I've got 24 inches of 1.5 ribbon, and then 12 inches of 1.5 ribbon. And how I figured that out was basically I took half of the length of the big one that I'm going to use to do this top one here. So you can do them in wider width, and I haven't done them in the wider width, so I don't have measurements for those as of yet. But I will say, when you figure out when the base bow looks good, what size, half of whatever you cut this at is what you're going to want to cut this at. So I'm going to go, and I've got my middle here. I'm just going to pop it on my pin. Okay, and for this one, I am definitely going to tell you that you want your loops like this. So you don't want them to twist out like this. You want them narrow like this. You want them wide. So you want this part to be level with this part here. Sorry, I just bumped you. So we're going to do the same thing with this side here, as everything spins on me. So you're looking like that in front of you. And then we're going to find our middle. And what we want to do is we want to be roughly about here with it for this style bow. Now, we're not looking for a typical twisted boutique bow. For sure, we are looking for this style bow. And then, so we're going to come in a little bit more on this side, so that when you're there, came in a little too much, so I'm going to move that over. Right about here. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for, but everything moved, so I gotta spin those out some. So, this is kind of what you're looking for right here, and it's probably with the darker ribbon, just a little bit harder to see. So I'm gonna pick all of this up now and hold it in my hand, make sure everything is level, and then I'm just gonna come in, up and down a few times, trying not to let everything shift on me. And then, so I'm through, and I'm gonna pull it and cinch it and wrap it around, trying to make sure that I'm still in the middle. Give a good tight to the center, and we're gonna tie it off. Alrighty. So there's that step. And now for here, now this is your top. Now this is going to be very different, and those of you who are way used to making your twisted boutique bows and having everything all together and tight, you're gonna do it differently. So instead of grabbing from this side, you're gonna grab from this side. You're gonna put your 2 fingers in those loops, and you're gonna put your 2 fingers in those loops, and you're gonna give them a good tug and a little twist. So, and then you're not gonna do a whole lot of preening to them, because you kind of want them down. You want it spread more. Like this. And I got one loop who's being, there we go. So you want it wider for sure, like so. And I'm fluffing and getting my look perfect here, which I'm gonna have to adjust it anyway, but I want you to see what you're kind of going for. That's kind of what you're going for with your loops for this style. So we're looking at this, and now we're gonna go to our 12-inch piece. Now this one is done like this, so we're gonna fold it in half. Oops, I forgot to seal an end. Please always make sure you heat seal, or you're gonna have frayage and everything's gonna fall apart on you. So we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna fold it in half. So now I'm gonna open it up, and when I bring this side in, I'm going like so. I want it to look like this, not like this. We don't want this, we want this. Like so. So I'm gonna hold that, just like so. And then I'm gonna take this side and I'm gonna put it right in the same spot and do the same thing with it. So you're kind of looking like this, all twisted up. So then we go back to our needle and thread, and right here through the middle, we're just gonna give a couple of up and downs just to secure it down, and we're gonna wrap, making sure you're still in the center. You want everything to be centered and even when you're doing this. So like so. I'm gonna pull it tight, and then I'm gonna tie it off. Like so. So now we have this look. Now what we're going to do is right here on the back of this single one, we're going to just put a little blobby there. And we're going to put this right here in the center of that. So now here's, you can fix your loops because you will manipulate them as you're putting the middle one on. Like so. I'm just getting them all fluffed and looking how I want them to look. And then we're going to wrap a center around. And that doesn't look right. There we go. That one doesn't look right either. It's like we're going for white. Okay, so we'll go for white. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start back here. Just put a little bit of glue there. And I'm going to wrap it around a few times. Like so. Snip. Seal. And glue. Okay. See, and as I was doing that, I kind of manipulated, so I'm just gonna put everything back where I want it, get it all situated just right, and then I'm gonna go stiffen it up. And when you spray it with the stiffener, whether it be Stiffen Quick or hairspray, which I like to use the hairspray. I always have hairspray on hand in the house because I use it on myself, so there we go. So there's your look. And like this one I already stiffened, so everything is right in place where I want it to be. But that is your basic boutique 6-loop bow. Right there. I hope that dark ribbon didn't throw it off. But oh, I'm trying to make everything perfect here. There we go. So there you go. And you can adjust by size width and everything. This is what I found I liked best with the 1.5-inch ribbon, is those measurements that I gave you, 24 inches and 12 inches. Just like I said, what I figured out was that however long you make this is going to be half that length. And then it sits in just perfectly in the middle of the 4 loops, like so. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. You guys are great, and please hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe, and come see me at Facebook at Crafting with Janine. And please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I appreciate you all. You guys have a happy day crafting.